Manhunts marked an era of Minecraft popularity that skyrocketed the game from having a resurgence to being the most popular game in the world. But just like all trends, they come and they go. Manhunt had quite an impact, but now it's over. Dream is done doing manhunts, and although smaller YouTubers are still able to pull tens of thousands of views, it's just not the same. But the series that replaced Manhunt isn't actually a new one. In fact, it's been around far longer than Manhunt. Minecraft Hardcore. In this video, we are going to be breaking down the resurgence of hardcore Minecraft and why it's the most popular Minecraft trend today. We're going to look at different creators, different styles, which ones are the best, and what makes a good Minecraft hardcore video. So by the end of this video, you'll have the knowledge and insight to be able to not just understand why hardcore series are thriving, but how to construct your own. Before we begin this video, please consider subscribing. The goal is to reach 100k by the end of the year, and yeah, we're soaring right along. Also, let me know if you'd like to see me start my own hardcore world, and if so, what you like to see in it. Alright, let's dive in. Way back in my prime, I used to play Minecraft religiously. After about a year of playing, on September 9th, 2011, Notch released an update that was known as Hardcore Mode. As you all know, in this version, if you die, that's it. In addition to that, the difficulty is locked on hard. It's the closest thing to real life as you could get, as if this game was meant to be realistic. But this update enticed the hardcore Minecraft fans, pun intended, to dive into this new game mode. The new series never gained much YouTube popularity, but then an incredibly dedicated Minecraft hardcore player died. The word of Philza's death in 2019 began to spread quickly, and soon after, famous, established YouTubers such as DanTDM and PewDiePie began hardcore worlds of their own. Now, these specific series by legendary YouTubers were what most strongly contributed to the rise of new YouTubers creating Minecraft hardcore series, but that happened in late 2019 and early 2020. That's the same time that Dream's Manhunts grabbed hold and became the most popular series for the next 2 years. Both Manhunt and hardcore series took off at the same time, yet here we are, 2.5 years later. Manhunts are all but dead, and hardcore channels are racking in millions of views per video on many different channels. But why? Why is the incredible excitement of Manhunt getting outlasted by a more mundane, low-key series? 2 reasons. The first is talent level. Incredibly few people have the skills to do what Dream does. Even if you have suspicions on how he conducts his manhunts, you'll agree that even to do what he does takes a little bit of skill. Your random Joe Schmo can't just hop on Minecraft, boot up OBS, and record an ultra-intense Minecraft manhunt. But what they can do is plan a hardcore world. Anyone could build something, and if you're not as competent, you just learn at a slower pace, and that's the key. When you think of Minecraft hardcore players, the 2 most established hardcore players that come to mind are Philza and Wadzi. You could also say PewDiePie, but he's in a completely different league, so we're going to exclude him since he's so much of an outlier. Philza has been playing Minecraft hardcore since 1944, and Wadzi started playing January of 2020, only 2 weeks after Dream released his first manhunt video. Since that time, he slowly increased his building skill, editing skill, and overall video presentation to the point that every single one of his hardcore videos has over 2 million views, except for the one that was uploaded 3 days ago. At his peak, Wadzi had 14 million views on one video, but that almost doesn't matter. In fact, that huge video didn't really increase the views on his hardcore series by that much in the long run. What's the point I'm getting at? Minecraft Hardcore is a slow burn series. It's a series that isn't about churning out million view videos as fast as you can. It's a series about creating quality work and presenting it well. Let's take a look at the 2 biggest hardcore series styles and you'll see what I mean. The 2 biggest series are the normal hardcore series like what Wadzi and sad-ist do, and then there's the 100-day series, which seems to literally be every other hardcore Minecraft player. Each one has been successful, but they're completely different. When we look at the more traditional hardcore style series like Wadzi, you'll notice that they're much more linear. You know exactly what is happening just by looking at the title. There's no deception or clickbait in the name, but simply a title stating what's going on and a well-crafted thumbnail to catch your eye. And the video is exactly that as well. These guys like Wadzi and sad-ist set out on the task that is stated in the title, and they finish it. That's the important part. Each hardcore episode by these types of YouTubers leaves you satisfied by the time the episode is over. At no point do they say, sorry guys, ran out of materials, looks like we're gonna finish this up in another episode. Those moments when they run out of materials only add to the fun because now there's a new unexpected challenge for the video to showcase. These episodes have a beginning and an end, and in a lot of ways, that's it. But the editing is what takes it to the next level. Wadzi and sad-ist edit their videos extremely well. Their skill in editing is incredibly high, but often overlooked. Firstly, there's the sound effects.
But the Ender Dragon, is that even possible?
These effects are simple, but they give the viewer a sight into the minds of the creator and help them relate and understand their sense of humor. The second huge editing trick is using replay mod. This one is obvious, but so incredibly important. So much of hardcore Minecraft series are the builds, and showcasing the building process is hugely important. Plus, this mod doesn't cause the creator to have to add extra effort while playing in order to record, and that's the thing. When creators film their hardcore series, they just play Minecraft, only ever really commentating when they feel like there's something worth saying. It's not a constant commentary. Even in their edited videos, there's short explanations of what's going on and then footage to show the rest. It's something my brother pointed out to me when we were talking about TV shows once. It's the idea of show and don't tell. Use as little exposition as needed and then let the work and filming explain the rest. And that brings us to the second type of hardcore series, the 100-day challenges. And right off the bat, let me say something controversial. These videos would be the exact same if they weren't in hardcore mode. But in all seriousness, these styles of quote-unquote hardcore videos are so much different. To start off, these videos aren't task-based, but rather time-based. You could see it in the title, and that's part of the draw. You know that whatever happens in the video has the potential to be crazy due to the crazy number that the title or thumbnail slaps up there. Of course, creators take advantage of the fact that the days they mean are Minecraft days, so 100 days is actually a lot less, but the implications in the draw are still there. As for the editing, the differences are noticeable as well. Both styles of videos have very similar introduction styles: loud music, cinematic shot, and then some sort of overlay. But once the meat of the video comes about, things change quite drastically. To start, as where the music died down in the Wadzi and Sandiction style hardcore episodes, the music stays loud in the 100-day series. It seems like a small detail, but it was the very first thing that I noticed. Secondly, the videos are considerably longer in the 100-day series. The more traditional hardcore episodes are generally 15 to 25 minutes long, possibly higher but almost never reaching above 30 minutes. The 100-day challenges are the opposite, ranging from 35 to 45 minutes on average, with videos that are over an hour long not being a rare occurrence at all. The best way to describe these sort of videos are almost as mini movies or happy documentaries. When you watch these videos, you're taken for a ride where you don't know the destination. You jump in knowing that you're going to watch a 45-minute movie on the 100-day journey of a Minecraft player, but what that entails, you have no idea. You don't know the builds, the issues they'll face, the end goal strategy, or anything other than the time period. This can be both a good thing and a bad thing. Good being that the viewer is taken on a ride where everything they see is a surprise, but bad because when viewers go on rides, they often like to have an idea of what's going on. They want to be able to think alongside their creator. What does this mean? Take a Wadzi video. You know that he's going to build a village when you click on the thumbnail, and you walk alongside him. You can't help but put yourself in his shoes and try to solve the literal and creative issues of how to build a village along with him. Now hop back onto the 100-day series, and it's much harder to do something like that because oftentimes you don't know what's going on. But obviously this doesn't have too much of an impact on viewership and subscriptions. But why? I mean, let me be blunt for a second. I struggled to watch even one of these videos completely when doing research for this video, let alone the many more that I had to watch in order to get the perspective from other YouTubers. But that's the beauty of having two completely different hardcore series styles. There's something for everyone. Many people enjoy both, and some people only enjoy one. But the Minecraft community is so large that everyone finds something that they enjoy. It's awesome. But how would you start your own series? Let me lay that out for you. Step 1, the intro. Every introduction is a two-part layout. The very beginning is either random or background exposition, something that sets the scene without saying what's going to happen in the video. This should last around 10 to 15 seconds. Secondly comes a short and largely ambiguous explanation of what the task of the video is. From there, go right into the video. No more breaks, no more setup. You have to remember that people can think for themselves. When you say that you're building a village, you don't need to explain every detail of why you want to build it or why you're going with a specific block pellet before you start building. Just dive into the video and go. As you're building and recording, the talking points will come up. When you're building something and you feel, hey, I should mention something about this, then mention it. Seriously, take a moment to watch a hardcore episode and take note of when the creator talks. You'll notice that it's few and far between, and it's often a small point. When I say few and far between, I don't mean in relation to the edited video, I mean in relation to real life time it takes to build something. It's 1 or 2 comments an hour, and this is a wonderful aspect of hardcore series. series. My personality is very outgoing. I enjoy talking and being recorded, but I know that for a large majority of people, it's the exact opposite. Even those who don't mind being on a camera or recording their voice will sometimes just struggle to find the words to say, but in a hardcore series, you almost don't need to worry about that. Just record, build in silence, and say a few sentences once or twice an hour when the situation calls for it. Once you've finished your recording, where do you go from there? How do you edit? What music do I add and where? Well, this is a learning experience, but here's where to start. Firstly, replay mod would be your best friend to showcase building montages. Secondly, understand clip timing. Each clip should be no longer than 5 seconds and should generally be more like 3 seconds between cuts. It seems like a lot, but the idea is that you need to keep the viewer engaged, and after 5 seconds, the viewer has had time to fully comprehend what is going on in that specific clip and start to get a little bored. We're starting to blend into the psychology of entertainment now, and I'll leave it alone for the most part with the exception of one more point, but the idea is that you need to keep what is the slow process of building or going through a 100-day challenge and cut and slice the clips in a way that makes it seem as if the action is never stopping. Music comes along the same lines as well. Keep the music pace high when you're going through a building montage in order to keep the viewer's attention locked in, and when you transition to talking, cut the music volume down a lot or switch it to a slower, more low-key song in order to give the viewer a subconscious knowledge that you're switching the pace up and you want their attention to be turned a different direction. The most important aspect of it all is that you need to just go and try. Yes, it's the same advice you've heard a million times, but you wouldn't hear it if it wasn't true. So hop on and record. And in fact, when writing this, I came to the realization that this is what I need to do as well. I'm going to start my own hardcore series, and I'm not saying that to hype myself up, but I need to practice what I preach, so that way what I say in these videos has more validation, so that I'm not hypocritically preaching at you without actually doing the work myself. So with that, I want you to do the same. Hopefully this helped inspire you to start a series of your own, and if you do, please let me know. I would love to watch your new hardcore series. And I also need to give a huge shootout. Oh, I don't want to shoot him. That'd be disrespectful. I need to give a huge shout out to Felix Doing Stuff. I was streaming one day and talking about videos, and he was the one who came up with the idea to make a video on hardcore series. Go slap his subscribe button and let him know that he has nice hair. I don't know. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in episode 1 of the hardcore series. Adios.